my lovelies, and welcome to a very bright, a very sunny and quite warm Thursday afternoon. I hope you're all well. It's that warm this afternoon. I've not even got my coat on, I've just got my cardi on because it's really warm. And look who's come to greet me today. Doodle the bus stop cat. Where were you yesterday when I needed you? We were doing cats yesterday and you weren't here. Never mind, you're here now, Doodle. He's a beautiful boy. Right then, so today, with a bit of help from Doodle to try and keep me company, we're going to do cauldrons. So, witches are associated with cauldrons and always have been. You see them at Halloween, you know, the Halloween decorations. You've got the cauldrons with the witch's legs sticking out and stuff. Oh, thank you. And you can go into any sort of magical shop and you will be able to get cauldrons. So what is a cauldron? Well, a cauldron is a large pot-bellied cooking pot with 3 legs and a handle used for heating water or cooking food. There you go. The word cauldron comes from the Latin word cauldrio, which means hot bath. Didn't know. Cauldrons have quite a mythical thing about them. They appear in Welsh mythology, linked to a Welsh goddess, and they also appear in Irish mythology because the Irish believed that leprechauns lived in the cauldrons. The function for mythology and cauldrons was based around feeding, healing and knowledge. So feeding, i.e. feeding your family, feeding your tribe, feeding your kin. Healing as in cooking with herbs and poultices and stuff within the cauldron to produce healing. And knowledge. Apparently cauldrons had knowledge. Along with the mythology, it was thought that only people like kings and queens and the like had cauldrons. Nobody else had them. But cauldrons have been found dating back to as far as the Iron Age. And they've been a part of people's homes right through to the medieval period for a very, very long time, because without a cauldron these people couldn't heat water, they couldn't cook their stews, they couldn't cook their soups, and they couldn't feed their families without a cauldron because that's all they got. Now, the connection between witches and cauldrons, I did hunt the internet. I went through it with a fine-tooth comb, and the only thing I could find was a book that was printed within the 14th century, and it showed a picture of 2 women standing around a cauldron sacrificing a cockerel and a chicken, and this was thought to be believed to be the first known information on witches and cauldrons. To be honest with you, when the witch hunt started, I don't think they lumped cauldrons in with the witches like they did with the cats and the brooms and the hats and whatever. I don't think they lumped them in because they were, you know, a part of everyday household, and without those you're fucked, in you, because you're not going to be able to feed your family. I'm banking my spidey senses on Shakespeare's Macbeth. We all know the famous picture or the famous part of Shakespeare's Macbeth, when you had the three crones, 3 witches, and they were all stood round a cauldron, depicting in their hats, their cloaks, their dark clothes, their shoes, with the famous saying, "Hobble bubble, toil and trouble." I think from then that's probably where the connection was made, although I could be wrong. And obviously with the onset of things like books and plays and films and TV, witches became very much connected with cauldrons, and as through time, as things like, you know, more better cooking implements were invented and better ways of cooking were invented, the cauldron became phased out. And it's something that, you know, we don't use in our modern day homes. We don't use that for cooking. So it's then become attached to the witch, and it's used for her to place or to cook her spells, put her witchy ingredients in, and to produce spells or potions and lotions that could quite possibly harm or kill or injure somebody. But as we know, in these modern times, modern witches do not use their cauldrons for that. Some of them use them for offerings, some of them use them as a burning bowl, some of us use them to burn incense and things in, and some of us just have them as displays to go on our altars. So yeah, that is the sort of crux of a cauldron. Not very exciting, I know, my lovelies, but there you go. So I hope you've all had an absolutely wonderful Thursday. Don't forget, lovelies, it's Friday tomorrow. Oh, the happiest day of the week. So I hope you've had a fabulous Thursday. Do look after yourselves, lovelies. Take care of one another, and if nothing else in this world, please be kind, because you don't know what that person's going through that stood next to you. And from me and Doodle the bus stop cat, we're sending you all much love and many blessings.